Hello and welcome on back, guys. My voice is still a little croaky. I apologize. I've been doing super long live streams. I can't help it. I'm having a lot of fun. So I'm sorry about my voice, but today is going to be fun. Today we're carrying on my journey into recreating Animal Crossing in The Sims, and specifically today, the Roost. You know Brewster's iconic coffee shop. Originally, I was just gonna do the Roost, and then live stream chat were like, no, we want the whole museum. So yeah, we're doing the whole museum. So expect this to be like a 4-parter, maybe a 5-parter. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how we get on. But today, specifically, we're doing the Roost. If you guys have seen Nook's Cranny build that I did and the Able Sisters, I hope you like this one just as much. Shall we get on into the build? Let's go. Right, so here we go. We're gonna get straight into this build. Like I said, originally it was just gonna be the Roost. We're doing the full-on museum. So this is me trying to figure out that super grand big entryway. You know where you normally run in and you see Blathers and you chuck your bugs at him? So this is me trying to figure that out. So we know we need doors upstairs, we need a door downstairs, we need doors to the side. So this was me just trying to figure out within the limitations of The Sims how I can make this work and try and get as close of an aesthetic as possible. I got really stressed at one point with banisters and fences not matching, but this one that we end up going for, this real fancy gold, I think worked, and this stone was perfect for that build. So I'm really happy about that. I managed to find some red stairs, not quite the little red runners going up the stairs, but it was close enough that I was happy. But look, here we are. We've got like the basic shape starting to form. This is me just trying to figure out all the other little bits with it. So I don't know about you, but my museum was always up on a hill at the back of my island. I had stairs going to it. I had a waterfall. My goal is to get a waterfall between these two outdoor staircases, and you know the waterfall type that I'm talking about, the straight down vertical waterfall that we all know and love from Animal Crossing New Horizons. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really doing the landscaping in today's video. This was me just trying to make the main shell, I guess, of that museum, and then really focus on the Roost, because that is what captured my heart and was the whole idea and premise behind this build. So that's me trying to figure it out. It gets a little bit complicated, but I think it works in the end. These vampire archways, these are perfect. They're a little bit too gothic, but the shape and the coloring, it was spectacular, exactly what I needed. So here we are just trying to figure out the layout for the different rooms. So that bottom left room, that's going to be like the garden. It's kind of like a butterfly garden. It's got all your insects and bits in there. Opposite that will be the aquarium. We're going to have an art gallery. We're going to have a place for all the fossils, and most importantly, the Roost. But this is just me trying to finesse it and make sure that all my measurements are right. And it's just easier to make the whole thing symmetrical as I go along, rather than like, I'll come back to that, because my brain, it will just never do that. It would just never do that again. So this is me trying to work out where the actual like coffee bar is going to go. We know there's a storeroom back there. This section on the left hand side, we end up making the bathroom, which I think works quite well as well. But yeah, this is me just trying to get all the layering correct. It's not too shabby. That bit that you just saw me do at this bottom bit just behind me, that's actually open. So that's going to go down into the butterfly garden. And we're going to do some windows, because you never see that section in the Roost. But look at this. Look at these colors. They are spot on for what we needed for the Roost. That dark brown wood, the bright, like, I don't know, I always think of it as a rich money kind of green, where it's just like, oof, I need that. I was just trying to find like the right archway for there, but that just standard brown one, it worked great. I don't know why I was trying to overcomplicate it, but that's just me. So here we are. This is obviously the coffee bar where you go up and order your drink with Brewster. I wanted to make sure there was seating, as well as like the takeaway point where you get the coffee to go. This is me just trying to decide which counters were best. I originally thought like that old school like rustic wood would work better with that industrial metal, but these ones, I think these might be the basic city living basic ones. I'm not sure, I'm so sorry. We got the industrial vents. These are from the industrial loft kit. They just helped added like a a little bit of extra something. It was looking just a little bit plain because it is quite a large open space. But I think it just adds a little extra something into a sense of realism, maybe. I don't know if it was necessary. Most definitely not, but I wanted it. Here are the barstools. They don't match exactly what's in the game, but I preferred the look of the higher backs with them. We got the till going in from the Get to Work kit, as well as these lights. These lights, again, aren't what I was looking for, but they were the closest thing I could find in the game, so we went with those. Adding a little bit of shelving back here, just you know where you can get your coffee cups from, get you like a plate for your sweets, for your cake maybe, which is really cute. We got these little, I couldn't find a counter that worked under them, so I'm using like this side table. Oh, I am definitely in the way. You cannot see this. I am in the way. I'm so sorry. This was terrible planning on my part. But it's just like a little section. I don't know how to show you this without me being in the way. Maybe I can move. Hang on. Can I move myself? Let's just pause this. Give me a second. Whoop. Look, this is what happens in editing. I'm not gonna hide it from you guys. If you guys want to see what really happened, this is what really happened. So maybe, can I face? I'm going to be facing the wrong way, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it, guys. Just so you can see what is clearly going on here, I'm going to move out your way. And I'm going to leave this in so you can actually see what happens in my thought process. But this was me with these counters. I thought it looked much better than the kitchen counters under there. We add a few extra on top just to give it a little bit of height, make it look, I don't know, just a little bit more lived in, more storage for Brewster so that he's got everything he could possibly want here. I do end up adding like a whole bunch of clutter items. You know how much I love clutter. I tried to use this as a mini fridge. I don't think it necessarily worked. I know there are mini fridges, but none that like looked the right color from the game. So we just kind of made our own, and I'm fine with that. It's like a little freezer cooler space. But here I am just trying to work out how to put some like extra items in there. So again, we're gonna add a counter in there just so I can add like the espresso maker. I think there's like an ice cream maker or a popcorn maker that we put on there as well. Now look, I know it's floating at the moment, but I promise you it will make sense. Because what we're gonna do, in Get to Work, they have like a podium section. Yeah, here it is. So we just pop that in, we change the color and make it just look a little bit more like it was intentional, you know? Some cookies. Everyone knows cookies need to be in there. We got a little coin jar as well. I'm in the wrong spot again. I don't know what to tell you. This video is just all over the place with my positioning. A little light switch because I was like, oh, maybe this is like how they turn the freezer and stuff off. Here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. So I wanted to add all these mugs in, and I just think it's such a simple little technique you can do where you just alt place, you put the mug on the height of the thing you want, move the thing out the way, and then we just line all these mugs up there and they look so cute. I love it. A little pastry to go. I think we end up moving that to the till side in the end. But yeah, adding some little teacups as well. If I could have put a saucer under it, like under these teacups, I most definitely would have. I think it would have been really sweet, but I couldn't find any. I'm sure there's some in debug or live edit. I just probably was looking in the wrong place. That's normally what happens here. Right, I'm gonna move back over here. Right, so this is a coffee to go, which I wasn't expecting a lid to appear on it when we actually placed it, but I thought it was really effective and I really liked it. This actually comes with a little coffee symbol on it, so I was like, oh, there we go, pastry to go. That's the branding for the Roost kind of thing. We actually have these coffee bags. Honestly, if you guys aren't exploring debug and live edit, I highly recommend it. I was so dubious when I first started. It was really overwhelming. I got the BBB mod, which is the Better Build Buy mod, and it organizes all your debug and stuff for you. It's worth getting spending the time and getting used to it, because the items you can find are just, you know, chef's kiss. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. Next, I wanted to add a bathroom. There is no bathroom actually in this section, but it seemed like the right kind of depth that we could add a few bathroom stalls in there as well. Look, this is top tier thinking here. We're gonna add these columns in, and then I need to try and make like a baseboard. This wallpaper doesn't have a baseboard, but in Snowy Escapes they have this little fence detailing, and all I did is I layer this up on itself to fill in the gaps. This is such big brain thinking, as we call it on my Twitch channel, and it looks so effective. Look at that. We now have like that baseboard. I don't know what you call this. I don't know what this like board detailing is on wallpaper, but I think it looks so effective and I like it so much. So we ended up adding that into a country door. In this section, I wanted to make sure that Brewster like had an area where he could put everything. We did this technique in a recent build of mine where you kind of put a dining table like halfway through the counter, and then it like creates this little dip almost where you can put all like the utensils and the coffee making, the milk, just everything that he might need to hand there. So that's a great little tip that it doesn't really serve a purpose other than aesthetics, which is what I wanted. Here we are putting some paintings, the artwork up. I really sized these down to get like the matching effect from the game. It looks so cute though. Some like old school lighting to go up. These actually worked really well. I'm not mad at these. Normally lighting gives me so much stress in The Sims because I can't find the specific type and style that I'm looking for. These worked great though. These are fantastic. So I just delete like the main sources as I go through, like those big ones. I put them all over my build so I remind myself to delete them. Obviously we need a welcome mat as well here. We put one in the coffee takeaway section too. And then we just need to fill in all these, like, I don't know if these are made for pictures, but that's kind of what was missing. So we added those in. Now this is the other side of the cafe that we never really get to see. You never see this back wall just because of how Animal Crossing functions. You can never spin the camera around. So we really got to have some fun here. I decided to put like these huge windows. Like I said, it drops down into like that butterfly park area. I think it's really cute. These seats are pretty spot on for what we wanted. You know those green ugly chairs from Animal Crossing where you can sit, you can invite your friends to your island and you can all have a catch up with a coffee and stuff. Sorry, I'm in the way again. I'm trying to place tables up here. But it just worked really effective. I think the tables, they don't match the game as well, but I think in The Sims they match better just because they match like that dark wood texture that we have going everywhere. I wanted to make a fake bench seating, window seating. So I used some just shelves and then free place these stools here as well. We add some clutter later on, like books, coffee to go and stuff, just again make it look like people are here, they're thriving. This is where I make my own amiibo stand. I'm gonna move me real quick. Let's just pause this. I'm gonna scoot myself back over here for you guys. Just gonna scoot myself over here so you can clearly see what's going on. But we're adding like our own amiibo stand. I kind of made it myself to fit. It looks pretty effective for what was in the game. We're gonna add a little bit of book stands as well, but just where you can scan all your own amiibos. And now I'm gonna scoot myself back over here. And this is just me figuring out all the lighting and putting it in between the gaps. I hate when lighting is on like a notch of wood or something. So I like make sure I place it meticulously. I'm annoying like that. If you are like that too, please let me know so I'm not alone. We're adding some more paintings. Not as many on this wall, and we do extend the green. There you go. Just to like get a mixture of wood and green going through. Using those dark black brown columns in between just to separate them a little bit nicely. I just think it's really cute. I think it's cute. We extend it slightly. An umbrella stand, a little coat stand. Yes, love it. Now this is the bathroom that I was telling you about. So the best way to do this bathroom was to make our own stools. I tried to use the stools originally from like high school years, the university pack. They were just way too big and bulky for this zone. So we done 3 little cubicles. They're 1 by 2 each. We popped our toilets in there, gave them all their own doors so they have their own privacy if any Sims use it kind of thing. They won't get embarrassed for using the bathroom. This wallpaper looks like Brewster's on there, which I loved as well. We're setting up a little baby changing station because you know this cafe is accessible for everyone. So we're adding that in there. Just some very simple but just very fancy luxe wallpapers is kind of what I wanted. Simple but luxe. Is that a thing? Is that a style? But that's what we do in the bathroom. Obviously, we're going to add a plant in here. No room is complete without a plant, my friends. You can say that back to me. It's fine. I know the rules. But yeah, just to give you an idea, that window is going to be covered. You'll see it on this tour. Let's do the tour time. So here we are. We're at the upstairs of the museum right now. We can see Brewster's. We're gonna scoot on in, my lovelies. So this is the main view when you walk in. And there you go, bam. This is the view most of us saw when we play Animal Crossing. You go up, you go speak to Brewster, you ask for your coffee. If he's feeling generous, you'll get a side of pigeon milk with it. Don't know if it's a good thing or not, but we're gonna run with it. Oh, there we go. So this is us behind the counter, just so you can see kind of what Brewster's working with. I love this in-out table kind of vibe from the counters. I think it's so effective. I love it. This is where you'll sit with your friends when you want to have a coffee, have a catch up. You can see through the windows the butterfly park that I was talking about. That's going to be in next week's build. Look out for it. Look out for it. The amiibo stand. I'm so proud of how this turned out. We jammed a few random pieces together, but it looks very effective for what the amiibo stand was in Animal Crossing. And then, yeah, that's the tour. Do you like it? Let me know. Let me know, guys. And there you have it. Right, so obviously this is not going to be on the gallery just yet. I want to finish all the parts before I upload it, so make sure you keep an eye out on it. I'm Lifeandbeth on the EA gallery, super easy to find. Like I said previously, Nook's Cranny, the Able Sisters, they're both already on the gallery. If you guys want to download them, they're up there. But what did you think of the Roost? Is there anything you would have changed in this build? Let me know, but I'm super happy with how this turned out. I think it was as close as possible as I could get. And I'm really excited to see how the rest of it's gonna go. So stay tuned. Let me know if you liked it as well, what you would change, and what you want to see next time. Goodbye.